Hello and welcome back to another episode of Astral Ascension, as well as welcome back to the channel. Uh, in the last episode, I need to think about what we did. Okay, the last episode was another beach episode. So basically, we went we basically went on the beach episode with the crew, excluding Kai, that is, and then not Kai, Iris decides that she wanted to find a geode for Kai as a souvenir. But yeah, I think we did found the geode, but we actually didn't bring it back. But it was at that point we became officially a couple with Iris. Yeah. And then after that, we find out that Iris is learning how to knit, and she was knitting a bunch of scarves for us. How sweet. And yeah, this is the point where we also accept the what's it called, the security detail for from Zeke. Yeah, we are going to be undercover as in we're gonna be undercover security detail in Inner Polaris at a mansion party. So yeah, we're just gonna proceed. And I also looked up on some potential CGs that I've been missing, and this option. But yeah, I also found out that I missed like at least one CG. I know there's one CG from on Vela's route that I missed, that I'm not sure where it is. That it could be at the end of the story, or it could be it's either at the end of the story or at the somewhere in the middle that I don't know about. But one thing for certain is I am certainly that I missed one CG somewhere. Then I also missed a scene, but I'm not sure if that scene coincides with is even related to the CG or not. And there's also one more CG that I'm not sure whether if it's on Luna's route. So yeah, we are probably gonna make like at least one more run for Vela, and then not sure about the other two, because yeah, Luna, the two kiss scenes with Luna, I definitely missed. Well, we did see those, but basically somehow we didn't. There's some bugs with the save files for some reason. But I think we're gonna, with Kai here. Anyway, we're gonna find out whether we can get the. I think one thing's for certain is there's two more CGs on Iris route, but I'm not sure if we can get those. But one thing's for certain is we are going to be consistent with our choices, and we're gonna pick the third option here. Don't forget that we're still here on a mission. Kai flashes the girl a charming smile.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
I sigh, and it gives me a reassuring nudge.
Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on all of you too.
That's all I ask. As I walk away from the camera room, I can already hear the girl giggling. So yeah, we can skip all of these parts. And yeah, this is some opinions on what we think about Iris' dress. Even though they all look great, I can't keep my eyes off of Iris. The dress fits her like a glove, and I'm captivated by her. Okay, I don't know how. Poise? Is that poise? Yeah, I kind of forgot how to pronounce that. I think it's poise. Let me just look up the word.
Poise.
Yep. And this more delicate side of her. All I can do is stare. She's gorgeous. Feeling my gaze on her, Iris furrows her brows in worry.
Is everything okay?
She glances down at herself.
The tailor thought this suited me best, but I'm not sure.
That snaps me out of my daze. You were right. You look amazing. More than amazing. She smiles when she glances back up at me, a soft blush dusting her cheeks.
If that's what you think, then I'll believe it.
Her gaze flows up and down my suit, and the blush deepens.
You look quite handsome in that suit.
Thanks. There's a knock on the door, and yeah, we can go in. Yeah, this entire part will be the same. Ah, now is some like personal time with Iris. Maybe Iris and I can make the most of this party together. I decide to go look for her. Is this the... Oh, I think it's a new text. The party is already in full swing and the guests are taking full advantage of all that's on offer. People mingle by the bar or sample offerings from the buffet tables, and the dance floor is packed with people dancing to the tunes from the live orchestra. These guys really went all out for this party. I enjoy the atmosphere and have no problems jumping right into this undercover mission. However, there is something who sticks out like a sore thumb. Amid the laughter and cheer, Iris stands by the buffet table, completely ignoring the food. Her arms are crossed and her eyes methodically scan our surroundings. I have to intervene before we definitely get maimed. Quickly, I slip over where Iris stands guard. See anything out of the ordinary? She shakes her head.
Not yet. You?
Yep. Iris tenses.
Where?
Default to the second option. Yeah, I think it's pretty safe that we can be a dumbass around her now. Here, female, medium height, petite frame, long hair. Iris nods along, diligently scanning the room. Striking features, beautiful eyes, looking amazing in an elegant dress. The longer I talk, the slower her nods become until she pauses completely. When understanding dawns, she raises her brow when she looks at me, a small smile on her lips.
Anything else?
I heard she has a pretty charming boyfriend.
On rare occasions, he is.
She grins before looking back at the crowd.
While I appreciate the compliments, we have to stay focused on the mission. Did you actually see anything outside the ordinary?
I nod. It's you. She blinks.
I'm acting out of the ordinary.
I nod. You're so tense. You're so tense. Just look at your stance. We've been instructed to blend in and enjoy the party, and you aren't fooling anyone looking like that. Iris glances down at herself and quickly uncrosses her arms.
You do make a valid point.
That's already a good start, but I don't think just standing around is enough. It's too obvious that you're part of the security detail.
Then, what would you suggest to blend in?
I take another look around the room, noting the especially busy dance floor. What about dancing?
It's not a bad idea. There are a lot of people dancing, but I don't know how to dance and might still end up sticking out.
That's an easy fix. I'll teach you.
You know how to dance.
I'm no expert, but I learned enough not to embarrass myself when I attended past IAP events.
I see.
Iris smiles and offers me her hand.
Then lead the way.
Taking her hand, I lead us to a spot on the dance floor and help us get into position. Fortunately for us, the orchestra plays a slow ballet. But I'm not sure if I said that right, because I think that is pronounced differently, right? Or ballad.
Ballad.
Oh, that is pronounced ballad. Ballet is a different word, which is easy for a beginner to pick up. Your arms will go around my neck and my hands will go here. Right on her ass. I lower my hands and grab onto that firm and ample booty. Swiggity sooty. Iris startles, jumping slightly at my touch. She raises a questioning brow.
Isn't that a little low?
No, I raise my own eyebrow. Which one of us is the teacher here?
If you think that's where your hand should be placed, then I question your qualifications.
She begins to pull away, so I quickly readjust my hands, placing them firmly around her lower back. Okay, luckily we did that. Luckily that will not consider a fail. Your feedback has been noted and we've made the appropriate course corrections. Iris smiles.
That's better.
Once we're in position, I show her how to move her body to the slow music. The dance is much more intimate, and Iris leans closer as we sway to the ballad. At first, there is still some tension in her movements, but I remain gentle and patient. And soon she relaxes. You're doing great. She smiles before resting her head on my shoulder. For a moment, I forget that we're here on a job and I fully enjoy the feel of her body against mine. The more comfortable Iris becomes, the more she melts into me, until she fully and completely gives in to my lead. She glances at me. Our faces are only inches apart, the song drawing us even closer together. I feel the pull of her lips and she leans closer and closer. And then just as our lips touch, the music suddenly changes into a loud and upbeat tempo and we jump apart. Iris quickly glances around to see if anyone notices, but nobody is paying attention. When she looks back at me, a soft blush tinges her cheeks and she smiles apologetically.
Sorry. We're on a job, and that was unprofessional of me.
Always default. At this point, it's safe for the default. Yeah, I was really surprised that you tried to distract me like that when all I was trying to do was a all I was trying to do was a very professional version of my job. Iris raises a brow, but then nods decisively. Yeah, there's only a few instances where she makes this expression, which is also a bit funny.
Interesting. Then I'll make a mental note that you are averse to physical affection going forward.
Oh no, that's the opposite of what I want. On second thought, I think I was also feeling the moment and might have allowed myself to get distracted. So it's all good. Iris smiles.
How fortunate that you had a change of heart.
I recognize this new music as some kind of tango beat. The couples around us are all dancing smoothly and passionately, with the two of us just standing still. We look awkwardly out of place. I guess they are all dancing tango now, which I don't have any experience in.
Should we give it a try anyway? We stand out more if we don't do anything.
I'm out for it if you are. Iris nods.
We can both learn on the go.
Alright, let's do it. We copy the couples around us and do our best to keep pace with the music. The moves are more intricate, and while we're impressed by all the fast spins and footwork, we decide to stick with the basics. Soon enough, we're getting the hang of things and our confidence grows. We continue to watch the crowd for inspiration and direction. Iris is especially interested in a particular move.
Do you see that dance move?
She points to a woman who wraps her leg around her partner's thigh. She falls into him while he catches her and strokes her thigh. Yeah, there are a few people doing that. It's a popular one.
Should we give it a try? For the sake of blending in, of course.
I nod. Good idea. I mean, for the sake of blending in. Iris nods, smiling. We wait for another prompt in the music. Then Iris goes for the move. Her leg curls around my thigh, but instead of leaning into me, her weight is fully on her standing leg. I'm not sure whether if there's a quick time event here, but I don't think there is.
Is this it?
Not quite. You have to lean into me. She shifts slightly but seems reluctant to let herself go. You can trust me. I'll always support you when you need me. When you need me to. I'll always support you when you need me to. Iris meets my eyes. Slowly she nods. I feel her fall into me and I catch her just as promised. Working together, we look very graceful in the pose. When the music changes, I just as gracefully stand her upright, and she smiles.
That went well.
This option. Very well. In fact, we should keep this move in mind for later. I can think of another scenario where I wouldn't mind your legs wrapped around me. I wink suggestively. This low-key kind of works, but I don't think I don't know if she likes that response or not. Iris looks contemplative. Contemplative. I don't know what's the proper pronunciation for that. Okay, it was at the moment right now. Although a small blush dusts her cheeks.
Yes, I can think of some uses for that.
Oh, really? Like what?
Well, a thigh wrapped around your neck can make you pass out in about 10 seconds.
What is this? What is this? What is this? Do I want to pick that? Finally, all of my fantasies can become a reality. This is a surprising but fortunate turn of events. Iris blinks in surprise.
You didn't even flinch at that idea.
Why would I flinch? I grin excitedly at the thought. It's hard to hold myself back.
I regret saying anything.
Anyway, should we keep going? Iris nods and we get back into position and soon fall into an easy rhythm again. I never realized how intimate the tango is. When our bodies aren't pressed against each other, Iris circles around me. Wait, what? Sensuously? How do I pronounce that?
Sensuous.
Kinda the same thing. Sensuously swaying her hips. It's way too easy for my thoughts to wander, but I make the most of this opportunity and enjoy fully and wait, what? I make the most of this opportunity and fully enjoy myself in the dance. How do you feel about trying another move?
That's a good idea.
Iris searches for inspiration and her gaze falls on a nearby couple. She gestures to a woman who slinks down in her partner's body, so he's at the bottom and then slinks back up.
That one looks easier than the first, and I've seen more people attempt it.
Perfect, let's go for it. Iris nods. Once again, we wait for an opening in the music, and then she readies herself. Iris meets my gaze and we lock eyes. Well, that's one thing with the animation. I hold her hands while her body snakes sensuously down my chest, and I try to ignore my rapid heartbeat and the thoughts stirring in my head the lower she goes. When she reaches the floor, she swivels her knees and I help her slink back up. In perfect timing, the music ends just as she finishes the move. There's a lull as the musicians prepare for the next piece, and Iris turns to me.
How did I do?
Default to the second option. My brain is still stuck on that last move and it's really hard to think. Move you do good. Iris blinks.
I'm sorry?
Me, no brain good. Blood all gone from from head to other head. Iris glances down and quickly glances back up again.
Maybe I should give you a minute.
Need to. She smiles and I'm pretty sure she holds back a giggle, although I can't be sure of anything at the moment. An announcement interrupts us. It looks like the unveiling is happening now. Iris and I exchange a look.
It's time. Let's regroup and get into position.
I nod and we rejoin the rest of the team, and then we... Oh, let's go to the next sentence first. The ballroom is brimming with excitement. Conversations get louder with building anticipation. We can skip this entire part as well. This option? Oh wait, what? Okay, I don't know. Lunge for him. I spring forward, lunging for the thief. I managed to intercept his path and position myself between the thief and the exit. I don't know why it skipped that part. Or does it? Do we just literally just skip this that entire part? Ah, because this part is what we read this part. So yeah, they skip though. They always skip this first one. Neither do I. It's literally just a banana, and not even a realistic one, but a cartoon. Yeah, we can keep skipping this entire part. I managed to intercept his path and position myself between the thief and the exit. He turns around to run the other way, but I'm faster and dive into him, bringing us both down into the floor. Yeah, this is the successful QTE. Luna is right behind me and grabs the guy's arms, securing them with a zip tie. Meanwhile, Vela grabs the data drive that flew across the floor in the tussle. In a flash, the host is by our side. And then we're gonna see the palette swap here. And then we can just finish everything here. Nothing much to see here. Yeah, and then we find Kai. He's coming, alright. Ah. No. He is preoccupied with a... No. He's preoccupied with a guest. The girls all look at each other. Nobody is surprised.
Yeah, that tracks.
Iris and Luna nods. Kai's like a magnet for women. He always gets the girl even when he sets out to do something else. I wonder how he does it. And then we can skip until we reach the part where Iris says something. Yeah. My stomach tightens. Iris was very ready with that answer, which means she thought of this before. Those are all such positive qualities too. I know Kai said there was nothing between them, but I can't help but wonder if she ever thought about it. Luna giggles.
Goodness, Iris. If that's how you describe someone you have no romantic feelings towards, how would you describe your partner?
Iris looks at me and once again answers without hesitation.
He's charismatic, attractive, and friendly. The difference being he's mine and only mine, and no one else can have him.
She smiles softly, and any doubts that I had disappear. That arrangement sounds perfect to me.
I've heard of pair bonding before, but not with such speed.
Luna giggles.
Love works in mysterious ways.
I glance at all of the dishes around us, and we can skip this part. Everyone giggles, and we set to work storing all the food. It takes some creative stacking, but we manage to fit everything perishable in the fridge. Yeah, this part is the same. Soon I fall asleep to thoughts of chocolate and dancing. Yeah, regardless of whether we are on... So I guess that's not a bug. Yeah, it keeps saying chocolate. Regardless of whether if we did the chocolate thing with Luna or not. Yeah, we're not even on Luna's route. So yeah, the chocolate part is it's scripted. And things are going back to normal, and I feel excited for the day ahead. This is the Nova Sky part, or Nova Zenith. For the consistency's sake, it is pretty cool.
That's the understatement of the century. It's more than just pretty cool.
You're right. It's very cool. And then this part will be the same. We're just gonna skip most of it. Suddenly, I hear a knock on the door. Is this another Iris? Yeah. Another Iris scene. I open the door to see Iris. She smiles in greeting.
Hi.
Oh, hey, you're back. How did I can't speak. How did the shopping go?
Well, in fact, that's why I'm here. If you aren't busy, I thought you might like to test the new equipment with me.
Ooh, I'm curious to see what cool new tech we get to work with. That sounds good. Iris smiles.
The boxes are waiting for us in the simulation room.
We aren't going to the armory? She shakes her head.
We have to register everything into the VR console first, which will take some time. That will also give us a chance to inspect them physically and make sure there are no manufacturing defects.
I've forgotten how versatile the sim room is. We use it for a variety of reasons, and one of the uses is a virtual training ground. If all our weapons and equipment are registered, we can build real usable experiences. We can build real usable experiences through tactical programs. Why not? That all makes sense. Lead the way. After shutting my door, I follow Iris down the corridor and into the sim room. The boxes are already stacked near the console. There's a good mix of new weaponry, tools, and physical equipment. I recognize the majority of them as high-tech and expensive. Wow, you guys really know your stuff. Iris nods.
Luna was a great help in picking these out.
Iris moves one box off the stack.
Let's start with the weaponry first.
I nod and we get to work. Scanning the items into the console isn't difficult, but it is time consuming. Thankfully, with the two of us here, we finished relatively quickly. I place the final weapon into the box. That's the last of the weaponry. Iris nods.
Then let's do the equipment next, since we can test these in here after scanning.
I nod and reach for the first item in response. It's a pair of shark absorbent gloves. Luckily we got some gym equipment in the VR room. After scanning the gloves into the console, I strike the punching bag with all of my strength but feel no pressure on my wrist. This seems to be working as intended. So far so good. We go through the items one by one with neither of us running into any manufacturing issues. Soon only 2 items remain. Iris reaches for the one closest to her, which is a stun baton. She scans it into the console and then looks at me.
I may need your help to test this.
That makes sense. It's never a good idea to test a stun weapon on yourself. If the stun is effective, your muscle will freeze and you won't be able to drop or cut contact with the weapon. Test subject reporting for duty. She smiles in appreciation.
This baton offers multiple stun settings. I'm going to set it to the lowest voltage, and you can tell me its effectiveness.
I nod. Ready when you are. Iris sets the dial to 1 and turns it on. Then she gives me an experimental tap. Okay, the 1 is basically the highest setting, right? Immediately my nerves scream, my body seizes and I drop to the ground, my muscles cramping and spasming. Although it was less than a second, I feel like I just had a painful out-of-body experience. Let's just hope I won't shit or pee my pants. Or let's just hope we already did that beforehand. Horrified, Iris drops the baton and kneels by my side, quickly checking me over.
Are you okay?
What is this? Default? I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that the baton works. The bad news is that I might not have survived.
What makes you say that?
Because there's an angel looking down on me. Iris blinks before softening into a smile.
It's a good sign if you're feeling well enough for jokes.
Carefully, Iris helps me to my feet. The pain is long gone, but my body is still sore. I'll probably be feeling that for a few days.
I'm so sorry. I have no idea what happened. I set it to level 1 just like our previous stun batons.
She double checks the weapon.
Although, it is a different make. Let me look at the manual.
A short check on the manual answers our question. Yeah, I think 1 is the highest setting, right?
Oh, this manufacturer actually starts the scale with 10 dealing the lowest impact and 1 dealing the highest.
That's unintuitive. That's unintuitive. Oh yeah, I think I said that right. She nods.
I'll make a note to ensure it doesn't happen again.
I guess this is why we do these tests. She nods again before setting the baton aside.
I'm sorry again. Are you feeling well enough to continue?
Yeah. Besides, I think there's just 1 more left.
I believe so.
I look into the box and pull out the final item. It's a pair of restraints, and I recognize that it's a brand new model. The cuffs are adjustable, and there are security settings to ensure nobody can escape. Oh, there's one with... This is almost like the same as the Luna run. I forgot what we did with Vela in this one. I think it was like redecorating her room, and then she puts on the blindfold and something. Wow, these are awesome. They're basically impossible to escape from.
I've heard that too, so we'll want to ensure all locking mechanisms are operating properly.
She offers me her wrist.
Since you were the test subject last time, it'll be my turn this time.
I won't complain about that. Sounds good. I carefully secure the handcuffs around Iris's wrist, adjusting the tightness level. All of the mechanisms seem to be in fine working order, and Iris confirms the difficulty to escape.
Great. Everything is working properly. Let's take these off and finish up.
Once again, Iris offers me her wrist. I reach for the handcuffs, but notice there is no release mechanism. Let me check the manual. Iris nods. I quickly scan through the manual. It says there is a digital key that can be set up before securing the restraints. However, if no key is issued, then it defaults to a timer lock. Uh-oh. I didn't set up the key, which means the handcuffs are on a timer now. Oh shit. We probably should have checked the manual first after our last fiasco. I should tell Iris what's going on. Although, an idea floats in my mind. I can either tell Iris what's happening right away, or I can have a little fun with this. I look up from the manual and glance at Iris. She makes that look. Yeah, there's only a few instances when she only makes this look. She raises a brow and shoots me a questioning look.
Is something wrong?
We can make the save right here, because I think there's a CG. I feel like there is one. This option? No, but I was thinking that for the most accurate testing experience, maybe we should add a little roleplay. Iris raises a brow. Yeah, I also like her unamused look. Yeah, only Iris and Vela has this unamused look. I forgot whether Luna has it or not. But Luna doesn't, if she does, Luna doesn't give the same feel.
Is that really necessary for testing its functionality?
Of course it is. if we're going to be using these to protect ourselves, then we have to get in the right mindset to make sure we're using it correctly.
And what exact mindset are you in now?
I rubbed my chin in thought. Well, right now you're the captive and you want your freedom from me. And typically that freedom needs to be earned.
You want me to earn my freedom,
Exactly.
and you won't take these off until I do?
I nod. Iris glances down at her hands, clearly processing the situation, and then looks back at me.
Then, as your captive, what must I do?
She's playing ball. This will be fun. Of course, the timer is finite, so I'll have to be selective about what I want her to do. We won't have time for everything. What? I'm not because I don't. Okay, I don't think this is even relevant to whatever I'm supposed to look at. Because yeah, the CG I saw, I don't think it covers that. Yeah, I don't think there's a CG here, but let me hear a kawaii desu nyan. I'm curious about this. I want to hear your cutest cat meow. Iris looks at me with surprise. Yeah, there's also a few. Iris is so emotionless most of the time that then when she does some expression, like, it was so rare.
Are you serious?
Although her tone is a mixture of confusion and surprise, I see a blush creep into her cheeks. That's a good sign. Maybe a little encouragement can tilt the odds in my favor. I smile and gently pat her on the head as if she were a cat. You can do it! I believe in you! Although Iris shoots me a look, she sighs and takes a deep breath. Her voice is so kawaii that that it makes my heart go ducky ducky. What am I doing? Aw, what a cute kitty. Blushing deeply, Iris looks away.
Please tell me that's all I have to do.
Well... I'm not gonna tell her it's on the timer. I think she'll get free and then beat us up, right? Or something. Yeah, if we can't pick anyone, I'm gonna pick like the most the options that she won't find too disgusted by or something. Oh, I know the perfect thing, and it ties nicely into our roleplay.
I'm listening.
You're the maid and I'm the master of the house, and I just come home. So you welcome me by saying, "Welcome home, master." Iris stares at me with her usual deadpan look. Well, I'm waiting.
There's no other way you'll take off these cuffs?
I shake my head. I've made up my mind. She continues to stare as if hoping that they'll change my mind, until she finally sighs. Suddenly, then she mutters a sultry voice.
Welcome home, master.
Hearing my perfect girlfriend deliver this most perfect line in the most perfect voice stirs something inside me. Iris furrows her brow.
Did I do that right?
It was so great that I need to hear it again.
Once is enough.
I better not push my luck. I'm fortunate that she even did it at all. I'll think of something else instead. Suddenly there's A click and the handcuffs released. Iris blinks.
They're off. What happened?
Oh, it looks like the timer expired.
They were on a timer.
I'm not. Apparently the default setting is a timer if you don't set it up with a digital key first.
Did you seriously have me do all that even though you knew the handcuffs would automatically release?
Did you seriously shock me with a stun baton at full voltage? Oh, I feel bad saying that, you know. Iris opens her, but that I don't think that excuses us from making her do that, right? But we picked the two of the most tamed options for her. Well, it might be embarrassing for her, but yeah, I feel like it's the most tame options. The other one doesn't feel right for me. Iris opens her mouth and then closes it.
Point taken. I suppose we can say we're even then.
Of course.
And, of course, never mention any of this to the rest of the team.
My lips are sealed. She smiles.
Good.
She looks around the room.
Well, that was everything for the physical equipment. Let's take all of these to the armory.
Sounds good. That was a lot of work, but I'm glad it's all finished.
Oh, it's not over yet.
Huh?
We've still got all of the lethal weapons to test in the armory.
I'm not sure I like the way you emphasize lethal. Iris smiles dangerously. Regardless of my misgivings, Iris and I test all of the equipments in the armory with no mishaps. Afterwards, I help put all of the equipment away. By the time we're done, it's late, and we're both feeling tired. We say our goodbyes, and then I head to my room. I get ready for bed, and then I soon fall asleep. Whew. Oh, that was a fun experience. I could just restart and check all of the other options, but yeah, now that we're official with Iris, there's no need to do too much of it. Next mission lined up. This option. I'm curious how this will play out.
Same here. Polaris is one of the stricter governing bodies. Are we sure they aren't just going to last minute arrest us?
Luna giggles.
As far as I'm aware, being a mercenary is not against the law.
Not yet.
How would we be able to help Polaris? Surely we don't have the authority to arrest anyone who comes by.
Okay, this part will be the same. We're just gonna skip most of it through. Celery again.
I went to the beach again.
Oh, nice. Did you cross more things off your list? She nods enthusiastically.
Yeah, I got a lot done. But what I enjoyed the most was playing volleyball.
Wait, didn't you go alone? She nods again.
There was a pickup game already going, and I asked if I could join, and they were super quick to agree. By the way, did you know I'm really good at volleyball?
Really?
Yeah, I kept scoring all the points, and in the end, my team won!
Wow, who did you play with?
It was a group of these really nice older guys.
What?
They even invited me to a party afterwards.
What? My chest tightens. You didn't go, did you? Celeste shakes her head.
It sounded fun, but it was after my curfew and I had to go back to the hospital.
I puff out a breath of relief. Thank goodness. I smile. Well, it sounds like you had a good time anyway. We can skip this entire part as well. This option. It's a sad day when rich people doing useless things with money constitutes the news. These people have so little going on that they have to fabricate conflict to avoid boredom. Kai nods.
It's pretty wild. On the other hand, if I had all that money, I can't guarantee it wouldn't burn a hole in my pocket either.
Maybe one day we'll be lucky enough to find out.
That's the dream.
The system beeps and a new coordinates show up on our display. This is where we will meet Evelina, right? Oh no, it's not. Oh, it's a different one. Well, it's the one before meeting Evelina. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Yeah, we have a lot of time. I wonder if Iris is free. Maybe she'd like a chance to get off the ship. Another date, let's go. I make my way to the captain's quarters and knock on the door, but there's no answer. Is she still on the ship? I shoot her a quick text. Hey, are you around? Want to hang out? Her response is fast. Busy right now, but I can hang out later. Okay, sounds good. I'll check in with her later then. The idea of going off ship doesn't sound as appealing alone. Maybe I'll wait until Iris is around so we can explore together. I make myself comfortable in front of the TV and zone out with my favorite show. I watch a few episodes before shutting off the TV. It's still quiet on board, so I return to my room where I tidy up and catch up on my responsibilities. Wait, what? Oh, it's different. In the middle of my emails, when I receive an alert that there is someone requesting entry onto the ship. It's probably just another delivery, and since everyone else is either busy or off ship, I better go down and sign for it. I exit my room and walk through the corridor. As I'm about halfway down the stairs, I see Iris standing in front of the cargo door. Across from her is an older woman with a stern face. She has the same striking eyes and light hair as Iris, although hers is pulled back into a bun. Is this Iris's mother? They must have been talking for a bit because both women look upset. The older woman frowns and thrusts a box into Iris's hands.
As you were then. I'll just give this to you and be off.
What is it?
It's from your father. He wished to give this to you after you graduated from the academy, but I'm giving it to you now since I doubt we'll ever see that day.
I already told you.
The woman holds up a hand, stopping Iris.
There's no point in arguing anymore. I made a promise to your father, and now that I've honored it to the best that I can, I'll take my leave.
Okay, her mother's name is Violet. The additional A is throwing me off. Violetta. I've accidentally walked in on a private conversation. I really shouldn't eavesdrop, so I'll catch up with Iris when she's done. Quietly, I tiptoe back up the stairs and wait in the lounge. A few minutes later, I hear footsteps coming up the stairs. Iris walks past the lounge. Her face is clouded with emotion, and she doesn't even notice me waving at her. Soon, I hear her footsteps and recede into the hallway. Yeah, I think that box is from her mother then. Yeah, I think in the previous two runs with Luna and Iris, when we see her and Kai, and then she was holding that box, I think it's the same. I think that's the box that she was holding. Yeah, I think it was after we officially became a couple with either Vela or Luna that we go on the date on around this time, and then that's when we see Iris and Kai, and Iris holding the box and was with that's where we see Kai with Iris, and then Iris was holding the box. Yeah. My brows crease in worry. Iris is always so calm and composed. It's unnerving to see her rattled and upset. I better make sure she's okay. I head down the corridor and pause in front of the captain's quarters. After taking a deep breath, I knock. Iris, it's me. Are you okay? There's a moment of silence, and then her door slides open. Still looking dazed, Iris steps aside so I can come in, and I close the door behind us. Hey, what's going on? Are you alright? Wordlessly, she nods, although her focus is on the small wooden box on her bed. I hear the visitor alert, so I went to the cargo bay and saw you talking with someone. Who was that woman? The question snaps her back to the present, and she looks at me.
She's my mother.
My assumption was correct. The last time Iris spoke about her family, it seemed complicated. From the glimpse that I just witnessed, complicated is an understatement. What sparked her visit?
It's currently graduation for my program at the Polaris Star Academy.
Your officer's program? Iris nods.
My mother never agreed with my decision to leave. She's been holding out hope that I would eventually come to my senses and return.
Yeah, so I had the wrong opinion on Vela's family. I thought Vela's family would be the strict and uptight because of her planet. But yeah, like I mentioned, Vela's planet is only technologically advanced. It's not, how do I put it? The entire planet isn't like a noble planet or something. Like, isn't a rich planet by any means. Or rather, I don't know. You get what I mean, right? But yeah, Iris's mom is basically the one that I initially thought of what Vela's parents might be. Yeah, the strict and uptight one, right? Yeah, maybe we'll learn more about her family when we continue this. Moving on. That sounds frustrating. That sounds frustrating. I don't know what kind of tone I want to go for. Iris puffs out her breath.
It's exhausting. Whenever we do speak, the first thing she ever asks is if I'm over my childish rebellion yet. She doesn't want to understand why I left and only wants to convince me to return. So, I limit my contact with her. And then she complains that I never answer her calls.
Yeah. Like any Asian parent or like Eastern parent, right? Default? I feel like default. She's treating you like someone who needs to fall in line and not someone who can think of for herself. Iris nods.
That's exactly it. I feel like she only sees me as another one of her subordinates to command around.
That definitely sounds like it can strain the relationship. She smiles appreciatively.
I think my mother finds me as frustrating to talk to as I find her.
Was your relationship always that way? Iris pauses, her brows wrinkle in thought.
No, but my mother's work had her constantly deployed. It's easy to get along when you only spend a few weeks together at a time. And of course, while I was still on track at the academy, she had no reason to be unhappy with me.
So the divide only really started after you left? She nods and smiles wryly.
At this point, I've come to terms with our relationship. As you can see, the less we see of each other, the better.
I nod in understanding. That makes this in-person visit extra rare.
It's because she wanted to give me this.
Iris gestures to the box.
It's from my dad.
I remember Iris mentioned her dad has passed when she was young. So how was he able to give her this box? Iris must have noticed my face before she continues.
He passed away from an incurable illness. He knew his time was limited, so he prepared different letters and gifts for all my milestones. My mother has passed them down to me over the years.
That's a really thoughtful gesture from your dad. He still wanted to be there for you even if he physically couldn't. Iris smiles.
He was always thoughtful like that. If my dad couldn't make one of my school events, my grandpa would have to stream it so he could watch from afar.
When Iris looks back at the box, her smile trembles.
My mother said this gift was meant for my graduation at the academy.
She hesitates.
Is it right for me to open it even if I didn't graduate?
I feel like all the options are kind of the same. My instincts are going for the first one. Yeah, these two kind of have a similar meaning to it. But I wanna first option, I suppose. No. Not that. I wanna pick the second one. Your mom is the one who passes these out, right? If she's decided that it's time to give it to you, then I'm pretty sure that also means you can open it too. She nods.
That's true. It would be strange to give this to me if the intention wasn't for me to look at it.
Exactly. Slowly, she unlatches the lock and lifts up the lid. The inside is lined with a plush velvet cushion. There's an object indented in it, which is hidden by the handwritten letter on top. Iris gingerly unfolds the letter. Her eyes methodically scan the page, and as she reads, her brows knit together. Eventually, she puts the letter down. Her head is bowed, so I can't see her face. Is everything alright? What did your dad say?
He's giving me his graduation pin.
Oh. It's a Polaris tradition for military families to pass down their academy graduation pin during their children's graduation ceremonies. The tradition is meant to honor the family lineage and bestow the new generation with the wisdom of the past. No wonder she's so upset. It must mean I can't speak. It must mean a lot that your dad wants you to have it. When she looks up, her face is conflicted.
I don't deserve it.
I'm sure that's not true. While this thing might be an unconventional way to receive the pin, ultimately, her dad wanted you to have it. She shakes her head.
This will explain things.
She offers me the letter, which I gently take. This is such a personal item that I almost feel intrusive just holding it. I glance at Iris to make sure this is what she wants. Although her eyes hold a sadness in them, she is certain about her decision to give me the letter and nods for me to go ahead and read it. Her trust in me speaks volumes, and I read through the letter. Irie. Oh, a really unique UI. Another Alcyon legacy has officially passed through the Academy gates. Words cannot describe how proud I am of all of your accomplishments. Your hard work and dedication paid off, and it won't be long before we'll be calling you Captain Iris Alcyon. You've always been persistent in following your dreams, and this path for you was inevitable. Captain is just the beginning. Next, we'll be congratulating you on leading your first fleet and then an armada. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. By now, you have grown from the little girl who used to boss us around the house into an intelligent, strong, and compassionate young woman. You always put others first, and that kindness is what will make you an inspiring leader. I wish I could share this moment with you in person and present this gift to you myself. Now that you're an officer, I want you to have my pin. May it serve as a reminder that I am always here supporting you in all that I do. I love you, my little flower. Until next time, Dad. That is so heavy, man. And it's already nighttime by the time we finish reading it. As I put the letter down, I swallow the thickness in my throat. I can feel how much love Iris's father has for his daughter, and I can't help but feel a little moved by it. Thank you for sharing this with me. I feel like I got to know your dad a little better and understand what a great man he was. For the first time since reading the letter, Iris smiled slightly.
It was usually just the two of us at home, because my mother was always deployed on missions. He used to jokingly call me the captain, and it meant the world to him that I was following in our family's tradition.
Her smile drops and her brows knit together again.
And that's why I can't accept this pin. He's giving me this gift under the assumption that I graduated. But I didn't graduate. And I didn't become an officer.
She pauses and quickly turns her head, hiding her face. It takes her a moment before she speaks again, and when she does, her voice is thick and fragile.
In fact, I didn't do any of the things that my dad wrote in that letter.
There's another pause as she takes a shuddering breath. She glances back at the letter, and I catch the glossiness in her eyes.
How can I wear this pin knowing that I've let him down?
Although Iris tries her best to remain strong, I hear the sorrow and hurt in her voice. It's obvious she cares for her father as much as he cared for her, and she's afraid of disappointing him. I wish I could take her pain away. Automatically, I wrap my arms around Iris in a warm hug. I need her to know that she can lean on me. She buries her head in my shoulder, and I feel her quivering breath slowly calm into a steady rhythm. You didn't let him down. He's proud of you. Slowly we pull apart, and Iris shakes her head.
He's proud of the daughter who completed the officer program, not the daughter who dropped out of school to become a mercenary.
That's not what I read. She looks at me, quickly blinking away her tears. Your dad might have written the letter with the context that you would have graduated, but after reading it, that's not what he's proud of.
What do you mean?
I point to the example on the page. Can I reread the letter? I don't think I can reread the letter. Oh, we can. Which one would be the most? Yeah, there's no wrong answer here, but I want to pick the second as a default. Your dad describes you as a hardworking, dedicated, intelligent, and compassionate. And he knows that you'll be a great leader, all of which is still true whether you're an officer or not. That is what he's proud of. He's proud of you, and he should be. You've done what you set out to do, which is to forge your own path. Iris studies the letter again, her eyes boring the page as if searching for some hidden meaning.
I wish you were here.
I know. I understand all too well how Iris feels. My parents had high hopes for me and Celeste. Slowly, she glances back up.
Do you really think he'd understand my decision to leave the academy? He and my mother were so excited for me to continue the family legacy.
I forgot what his father was back in the military, but engineer, or is it someone or technician or something? Not entirely sure, but basically he was like an kind of forgot. Yeah, I skipped too much that I forgot about what he does, because I think this also is at the beginning of the, or in the earlier few episodes. I nod. From reading that letter, I'm confident if your dad was still here, he'd be supportive of any decision you make. He trusts that you know what's best for you. He's trusted that you know what is best for you.
That's a really nice thought.
Iris is quiet for a moment, mulling over my words. Finally, she glances at me again, this time smiling softly.
I'd like to think so too.
I nod, smiling back. Iris wants to honor her father's memory and wishes, but it's also important to her that she makes her own decisions about her future. I hope now she's able to realize that these two ideas don't have to be in opposition of each other. Iris quickly dabs at her eyes and takes a deep breath. When she lets it out, she's much more composed. Her fingers brush over the pin. What will you do with your father's pin?
I'll hold on to it for now. I don't know if I'm ready to wear it just yet.
I raise a brow. Yet? Does that mean you want... Wait, what? Yet? Does that mean you might one day return to the academy? She carefully thinks through her response.
Becoming an officer was a dream of mine for a very long time. I've not completely closed the door on that chapter of my life, but I'm in no rush to reopen it either. I want to finish what I've started here before I decide my next steps.
I nod. That is a very reasonable and not something you have to decide right away. You have a lot of time.
My thoughts exactly.
Iris motions to put the letter back into the boxes, but pauses.
Oh, there are some pictures in here.
Really? She pulls out a couple of printed photographs.
It was tucked into the lining, so I didn't notice it at first.
I scoot closer to her, craning my neck to see. The first photo is a picture of a young Iris and a man with the same bright eyes. And that is your dad? Wait, what? Is that your dad? She nods. He's crawling on his hands and knees, pretending to be a horse while Iris sits on his back. Both of them have bright smiles and eyes crinkled with laughter. Second option. It seems like every dad plays this same game with their kids. My dad played this with us too.
Maybe it's a rite of passage to do that when becoming a dad.
You might be onto something there. The next photo is another one of young Iris. She's wearing her father's military uniform and grinning proudly, unaware of the comically sized nature of the jacket. Okay, now that is very cute. Look at how long those sleeves are.
My dad always used to say, you should dress for the job you want. So I did.
Your dad was a smart man. She nods, smiling as she brings up the final photo, which looks like a family portrait. I recognize Iris's mother. Although she looks softer without the fine lines of age, she's smiling broadly and holding her husband's hand, who grins just as broadly. And young Iris sits on their laps, posing a smile for the camera, and behind them stands an old man with a fluffy white beard and kind eyes. That must be the grandpa. I point to the man. Who's that?
That's my grandpa.
The one who originally took you traveling on Eidos? She blinks.
I'm surprised you remember.
How could I forget? It's why the Eidos is so special.
Indeed.
When she smiles, her face brightens. I can tell she's touched that I remembered this detail about her and her family. These memories must have been special to your dad.
Yes, and they're special to me too.
That must be why he left them for you.
I'm glad to have them.
She glances at me, her eyes shining.
And to have you, too.
I blink. Me? She nods.
Thank you
For what?
for being here.
I smile and take her hand. I will always be here for you. Gently, she squeezes my hand and smiles back. I'm grateful that Iris trusts me enough to share her past and her family with me. In this moment, I feel embraced by her presence and it warms my heart. Iris is about to speak, but a yawn escapes instead. She seems almost surprised by it and looks apologetic.
Sorry about that.
I chuckle. It is pretty late. I should probably go and get some rest too. She nods.
I'm sorry for keeping you up so late.
Don't worry about it. She smiles.
I hope you rest well.
You too. After Iris carefully returns everything to the box, I return to my own room. Iris' situation is hard, but I hope she's able to accept her father's gifts and continues to feel positive about his memory. I appreciate that I was able to be there for her, and I hope that I brought I hope that I brought her some comfort. Fighting off a yawn myself, I get ready for bed and soon fall asleep. I wake up the next morning and get ready for the day. Do I want to continue? I wonder how Iris is doing. At the very least, I hope she's feeling rested after a good night's sleep. I fix myself a quick breakfast and then decide to take it easy for the day. Oh? Oh, there's more to it. I'm relaxing in my room when my phone buzzes. It's a text from Iris asking me to come to her room. I wonder if there's been an update. When I reach the captain's quarters, I knock on her door. It slides open and Iris ushers me in. She wears a relaxed smile as she greets me.
Hi, thanks for coming.
Of course, what's up?
I just wanted to thank you again for listening to me last night.
I'm always happy to lend an ear. She smiles softly.
Which is precisely why I got you a little something.
You didn't have to do that.
I know.
Slowly she walks over to a dresser and pulls out a knitted scarf. Oh, a very nice tie. With a gentle smile, Iris steps up and ties it around my neck, but not too tight. In fact, I notice she keeps it casually loose.
So you can look smart even while you're at ease.
I grin. Thanks, Iris. It looks great. She matches my grin. I briefly wonder when she had the time to go out and get me a gift, but I'm impressed by her thoughtfulness nevertheless. Thanks again. This is exactly what I wanted.
Don't thank me just yet. I still have one more gift for you.
For real? What is it? She steps up to me and until we are chest to chest, then she leans on her tiptoes. In a moment, her soft lips press against mine in a gentle kiss. When she pulls away, she smiles against her pink cheeks.
That.
I can say with certainty that this is one gift that's never getting re-gifted. She giggles before our lips meet again. Iris invites me to stay in her room where we spend the rest of the morning together, enjoying our quality alone time until our duties force us to part. I'm still riding off the high from Iris's presence, and even the dull monotony of my chores can't dim my spirit. By the time I'm done, it is already late in the afternoon. I'm debating whether or not to go off ship when my intercom crackles and Iris calls for a team meeting. Well, I guess that answers my question. I gather my things and head for the lounge. Oh, it's not the same. Oh, there's a loading. Iris and Luna are already there, and I nod to them in greeting before taking a seat. A moment later, Kai arrives with Vela a few steps behind him. Standard transport run. Ah, this is where Kai meets Evelina again. Who really knows what goes on in Kai's head? At any rate, we've got a job to do. I can psychoanalyze him another time. Hey, you sure you're good? I can handle this myself if you need a break. He shakes his head.
We're already here. Let's just get this over with before it becomes even more awkward.
I furrow my brow. What does that mean? Does he know her or something? And we can skip. Do I want to skip that part entirely though? Because I think I chose this before. Based on the interaction I just witnessed, it's obvious Kai does not want to rehash the past. I shouldn't insert myself into something that has nothing to do with me. Besides, it looks like he has the situation under control. We head onto the ship and cross through the cargo bay.
Let's go update Iris that the mission is complete.
I nod. Together we head upstairs and find Iris in the lounge. We give her a quick update and she confirms the client is satisfied as well. Yeah, this entire part.
On to the next one. What have you got for us, Cap?
Yeah, this part will be the same. It just skips the entire, like, subplot in a way. this option? Anyone with a working pair of eyes and ears can tell that she still wants to be. That draws a short laugh out of Kai.
It's a lot more complicated than it seems.
Oh, he takes a deep breath.
Evelina and I worked together on Sirdros.
Okay, this part will be the same. I'm just gonna, this option.
In this case, that's extra true.
Sometimes the people we like the least end up being the people we like the most. Yeah.
When I first met her, I thought the big boss had cursed me.
I chuckle and Kai smiles. We can still skip this part. I think I never picked the first option before. Yep. I think it means you should tell her everything you told me. He shakes his head. It's the only way she'll be able to move on, which is what you want her to do, right?
You're not wrong.
Kai falls quiet. Finally, he nods. Oh, we still can't
You're right. Running away didn't work the first time. If I really want her to forget about me, then I need to clearly tell her that we can't be together.
He glances upstairs. I'll update Iris about the mission. You go find Evelina. And then... Wait, what? I almost let my own assumptions get the better of me. That must have been hard for her to hear after her confession.
She took it as well as anyone can.
Does that mean she's leaving soon? For some reason, I can't skip this. I thought we read this before. He nods.
She's going home to Sirdros in the morning, and she promised that she won't look for me again.
I'm sorry, but it must have been a relief not to have to watch your back all the time.
I think this result is what's best for everyone.
I nod.
Anyway, it was good to get closure. Thanks for encouraging me to go.
I'm glad it helped. Suddenly, we hear Iris's voice on the intercom. Iris gently clears her throat. This is the restocking mission. My first thought is to share the good news to my sister. Yeah, celery again!
That sounds so delicious.
Say what? Ah,
Things seem like they're going well with you and Iris.
yeah, I fill her in on how nice it was to spend some quality time with Iris at the party. Yeah, it was fun dancing with her. She's very graceful.
That doesn't surprise me. But were you? Did you even know where you're supposed to place your hand?
I think back to the event. She groans.
Please don't tell me you went in for a sneaky booty grab.
Okay, I won't. She groans again, dropping her face in her hands.
Anyway, it sounds like you two are getting more and more comfortable with each other, which is great. I just hope you didn't step on her toes.
Well, that didn't happen. At least. I am the perfect gentleman, and gentlemen don't step on toes.
Aw, my brother is all grown up.
Anyway, we've just got another simple job, so things are looking up. Yeah,
So, remember when we were talking about my different outings?
this is the... I nod.
There was one more that I didn't tell you about.
The music store thing. This part.
It's not fair that it all falls on you, though.
You don't have to worry about any of that. I have it all covered. Yeah, I don't mind it, especially since you're getting better.
And me getting better is exactly why I'm ready to help.
Celeste is being rather insistent about this. Maybe this job means more to her than just money. I didn't realize this job was so important to you.
It is.
We can skip this part, right? Congrats. Yeah. Congrats, Celeste. You've earned this, and you deserve to be proud. Her smile broadens.
Thanks, big bro.
So when does this program start? And blah, we just time skip. Afterwards, I jump into a quick solo training session. Arise. No. It's been a while since I last trained, and I need to keep my skills sharp. I go hard until I feel sufficiently fatigued, then I shower and return to my room to relax. We can skip this entire part as well. My phone pings with a message, and I see it's from Iris. Are you free? I could use your advice on something. Do I wanna continue or... You know what? We're just gonna leave this until the next episode. So for now, I'm just gonna end the episode right here and see what Iris needs advice on in the next episode. So earlier today we did the... Okay, I literally forgot what we did. But basically we did our security job and we danced with her. Basically, yeah, we did the security job mission all over again. And then this time with Iris as the route of choice. And we spend the time in the party with her, dancing. And then followed after that, we also encountered, well, we didn't meet, but basically we saw Iris and her mom confronting each other, and then we also basically we also learn more about Iris and her family. And right after that, we also... Oh yeah, there's also a part where we test the equipment and Iris accidentally shocked us with the highest voltage, and in return we handcuffed her and make her say welcome home, master, as well as make her meow like a cat. Yeah, I'm not... Maybe we could also go for the other options, but I just don't want to bother doing that. But yeah. And then we also, in this run, we also convinced Kai to go find Evelina again. So yeah. We did not tell him not to go for her. So yeah, we convinced Kai to give Evelina closure, and then that leads us here. And I can't remember what I left out regarding the route exclusive scenes, but yeah, that's about it for this episode. We're gonna continue the next route specific scene with Iris in the next episode. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and have a great day. Goodbye.